Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl Beth, and I'm here with my husband
Joseph.
and we are back with our D&D
Date Night Destinations.
So this week our topic is on communication. So I have a question for you. What is the best way, or is communication important in a relationship?
Communication is probably the most important thing in relationships. It was said to me once by a gentleman. He said, "The day you stop talking is the day the relationship ends." And unfortunately, we lived that for a time. We had stopped communicating. Communication had got cold, and that was ultimately the demise, of the first part of our marriage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
what
good.
about for you?
Yeah, I think that communication is important. I wasn't the best communicator. I'm very quiet, and when things get very high tense, I really don't want to talk. And so, but I understand that communication is important to be able to, talk about what's going on, what's wrong, what's the issue, or just to get to know someone.
Right.
Little stuff like getting to know someone, but I was always quiet. So I think that is really great to communicate in a relationship because you get to know the person that you're with better.
Yeah, good and bad.
Yeah, sure.
Good and bad. Yeah.
So my second question is, so what's the best way to communicate with you?
With me personally?
Yeah.
Just clarity. I need clarity. I don't like to play the guessing game where it's like, you throw out a clue and then I got to try and put together what you're trying to say to me. Like, just tell me what you want.
But I'm not the only person. There's a lot of women.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay. I don't think this is just a me thing. I think this is everybody. Like, we should communicate with clarity. Don't leave people to guess.
Do that.
Right. They assume that. Yeah. Let me just kill this myth now.
Know.
Yeah. Let me just kill that myth now. Whoever that guy is, that girl is, I promise you, they can't read your mind. They don't know. They have no clue. So what you need to do is clearly communicate your expectations, your wants, your needs, your desires.
Yeah.
Clearly communicate. Yeah.
That's good. For me, the best way to communicate with me is in gentleness.
I like that the hard way.
If you come to me with a raw, high intensity attitude, you're not gonna get a conversation out of me. I'll walk off. I'll kind of look at you like, in my head, I'm thinking, what is going on? But the best way to communicate, to get anything out of me, is to speak in gentleness.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what nobody wants to be talked to in like a high intense, but I understand everybody has a different personality.
Yeah, I won't say everybody wants to be talked to like that, because not to make it like extra Christian-y, but the Bible tells husbands to deal with your wife in gentleness. Because dudes can we can talk to each other like that. We can, we can do the rah, but that don't work with your wife, bro. Like, I promise you, that's not gonna work. So I've had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, so for me, it's just in gentleness. Like, you gotta tone it, bring that 10 down to a level 3, and then we can get somewhere.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
So lastly, what would you tell someone if they are struggling to communicate with their partner?
Yeah, for my fellas specifically, I would tell them, listen with the intentions of understanding. And then when you reply in gentleness. That's what I would tell my fellas. Like, she's not your homeboy. She ain't your bro. Like, you have to deal with her in a spirit of gentleness and really try to understand and hear what she's saying. So I think that's the beginning. And then fellas, you have to know, your partner. You have to know the way that they need to be communicated to. So I think those two things, once I started doing those, we were able to finally start seeing some progress and have some breakthroughs. So I think more than just speaking, I think for the guys, it's, listening to understand and not to reply, and then, replying in gentleness.
That's good.
So what about you, baby?
All right, so for me, you kind of spoke on the guys, and for me, this is talking to the ladies. What I realized that what worked for me in our relationship was when you were talking, just one thing that I do best, I think, is that I listen. And a lot of things that someone may be communicating to you doesn't necessarily mean that they need a response. Sometimes people just need you to listen. And another big thing is when that person is maybe communicating with you and sharing something that it isn't anything against that person, or you also shouldn't judge the person for sharing something with you. So for us, I had to learn that it's best to listen, and everything doesn't need a response.
That's good. That's real good.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of D&D
Date Night Destinations.
We'll see you next time.